It's another Sunday, it's another brawl, what are we doing?
Nonsense Rumble!
That's right, we're going to be diving into D&D again today by chance. Rick, what is the category?
We're doing a challenge rating 2 monster from D&D.
Yeah, so when we say CR2, we mean challenge rating 2, and we're going to use the same rules as the first one, where it can't be less than that, it has to be bang on the number.
Yeah, exactly 2. Thankfully, there's no halves anymore after this.
Yeah! That being said, just very briefly, if you're not familiar with the Rumble, what we do is we pick characters, or in this case monsters, that fit the category, and then we argue why our pick would win. So with that in mind, Rick, who is your honourable mention?
My honourable mention is all the Dragon Wormlings, because I picked that last time, and I think it would be incredibly boring to pick them again. If I'm going to go zoom in on one of them, I'm going to go with the Silver Dragon Wormling, because I like Silver Dragons. I think Silver Dragons are cool.
Yeah, so weirdly enough, I wrote in my notes next to my actual pick, be sure to mention Dragon Wormlings, because they're bullshit, and almost all of them are CR2.
Yep. So, like, there's 2 of them that are CR1, so they made it into the CR1 one, and is what I managed to trounce with.
Yeah, otherwise that bugbear would have done so much better.
Yeah, he would have done. But yes, do you have an honourable mention this week?
Yes, my honourable mention goes to the Rug of Smothering.
Oh yeah, man, this is a cool thing to just throw at a party, and you just go, oh yeah, you walk over a rug, tee-hee.
Or better yet, describe it like the magic carpet from Aladdin, and your players will be like, oh, this is going to be cool, and then it tries to choke them out.
Yep.
It's a fun, goofy monster. I just don't think it would win against another monster. Hell,
yeah.
It wouldn't even win against a party of adventurers. It's just there to be a hee.
Yeah, it's a trap that happens to have a stat block.
That's exactly the way to describe it. But yeah, we've both got honourable mentions. They're out the way. Rick, let's hear your actual pick and see if we're sharing the brain cell today.
We might be sharing the brain cell. My pick today is one of the most iconic monsters of D&D. It is the gelatinous cube.
Rick, we are sharing the brain cell.
We are sharing the brain cell. Whose cube is engulfing the other?
Yeah, I also picked the gelatinous cube. Less because it was iconic and more because this thing's actually a problem.
Yeah, it is. It's got A4 health. The AC is 0. Okay, it's 6, but it's basically 0. It doesn't move very fast, so I guess it loses to anything that just moves quick.
And this is exactly the reason why I immediately thought, Dragonlings will have this thing beat.
Yeah, I suppose it could just use its actions to dash and move 30 instead of 15, because all it wants to do is just be on something's space, engulf it, and then hope that it doesn't get out.
Yeah, so
if it don't, it just dies eventually to being digested.
Yeah, my favourite thing with these gelatinous cubes is a lot of people, or not a lot of people, but when you randomly generate a dungeon, if the dungeon is magical at all in nature, or if someone created it, it's just like, yeah, it's got gelatinous cubes in it. Why? Well, they're basically rumours.
Oh, yeah, that's how they keep clean. And canonically, they are completely see-through, and you just can't perceive them until, you fuck around with light some way.
Yeah, in fact, the reason why these things are so deadly is the transparent rule is once it's moved, you have to do the perception check again.
Yeah. They're very dangerous, and they normally take up the entire corridor.
Oh yeah, corridors for sure. I like to have these things move in a circle until the party, becomes a problem, or enters the area, and then it's like, oh, there's a thing that I need to get rid of because it's rubbish.
Ah, yes. And that's your party's clue that, oh yeah, this skeleton that was here before is no longer there. Wonder why.
Yeah. Even the official D&D artwork is just they make the cube blue so that you can actually see a cube, but also inside it is here's a skeleton and its equipment.
Yep.
This thing is really not a threat to parties once they reach level 4.
Yeah, as long as you can do enough damage, you're good to go. You can't knock it prone because it's a cube.
And you can't scare
it because
it doesn't really have a brain.
Oh yeah, you can't do anything for its brain. It's got 1 int and 1 charisma.
And 6 wisdom. The only thing it's got strength is strength, and that strength is made entirely because it's jelly.
Yep, and 20 con because it's tough.
It's
allowed... Ever tries to punch a jelly?
It's allowed to have 20 con when its other stats are literally mega minuses.
Yeah, 1s, 3s, and 6s.
If you're, for example, if you're a wizard with fire spray, it's not called that. What's it called?
Burning Hands.
Burning Hands. This thing is going to take a lot of damage really quickly because it's not passing that save.
No.
Just make sure you move 15 feet away.
Yeah.
Which, you know, if you're doing Burning Hands, like, you only have to take one step back and you're done.
Yeah, true.
Yeah.
But yes.
This thing is tanky. It's really scary. If you're a Dragonling or even any creature that's got a decent health pool itself, which you don't really encounter this CR rating, will probably stand a chance. But as you say, it's a classic monster. It's cool. It's awesome. And it's a fun one. If someone encounters a Gelatinous Cube, they're not going to be surprised.
No. That said, looking at it, I think most things that have anywhere near to that amount of HP tend to be melee as well.
True.
Like thinking about like Bandit Captain, I think has a bow, but other than that, yeah, they're all just melee stuff or really low HP.
Yeah.
But so yes, Gelatinous Cube wins by draw.
Yeah, default. If I'm feeling creative when I make the graphic, I might try and find 2 different coloured Gelatinous Cubes. Won't that be fun?
You get the basic Gelatinous Cube and then the Princess Bubblegum.
Do not... Nah, because that would require stealing someone's artwork, and I'm not about that.
Yeah, fair enough.
If I take artwork from the official D&D Monster Manual, that's not a problem. It's Wizards of the Coast. It's not hurting anybody.
Yeah.
But yeah, Gelatinous Cube wins by default. One of the better types of victories.
Yeah.
Yeah, join us again next week, guys, where we'll be starting... Well, it'll be the new year for a start, and we'll have more Rumbles for you, which we have no idea what they're going to be yet, because we're from the past. Woo!
Yes, actual Happy New Year, everybody.